Your phone is stealing your time, killing your focus, numbing your life. And the worst part is, you know it. This isn't another boring detox tip video. This is a wake-up call you've been avoiding. You said you'll check that one thing 47 minutes ago. You scroll past people living their lives while yours fades into the background. If this hits a nerve, this video is for you. Before I start this video, I'm going to be completely honest. I was supposed to film this yesterday, but I'm not even going to make excuses why I didn't. I got hooked onto YouTube Reels. Now, this isn't something I do. It's been ages since I've been in YouTube Reels. I rarely ever do this, so I'm just putting that out there just to be completely honest. You'll see why I never do that later on. See me, I'm not actually addicted to my phone, which is really rare for my generation. Most people are addicted to their phones. If I'm sitting in a waiting room or something like that, I don't pull out my phone and start playing video games or anything. I just sit there and just think. Just sit, think, just wait. I have a long attention span because I don't spend much time on my phone. I'll just sit in silence. Yeah, I know, it's boring, right? Wrong, because I'm actually entertained by my thoughts. I just sit there and think. And some of the best ideas I've come up with is from just sitting in silence and thinking. This is a tip that you should do. I was actually just going to show you my screen time widget, but I'm recording it on my phone. So here's what I do. I'll take a screenshot of my phone, and I've got up the top left, it takes up a spot for apps. I've got my screen time widget. Now with my screen time widget, I don't know why it's broken, but it shows the screen time for everyone in my family, so I need to try to figure that out. But what it does is it shows you how much time you spent on what apps, and it's actually very good to have, especially where it's somewhere accessible, somewhere where you can actually look at it and you can be like, oh damn, I spent so much time on my phone today unproductively. You know what, tomorrow I'm not going to spend as much time as I'd have. And then when you implement the rest of the stuff in this video that I'm going to teach you, you won't be spending any time unproductively on your phone. See, a phone addiction is not always bad. Now, hear me out. I'm not saying it's good to go play video games on your phone and spend time scrolling TikTok. That's the stuff that's unproductive. If you're using your phone time productively, like let's say you work from your phone. So let's say you've got a business, you've hired some employees and you just purely work on your phone, but when you're on your phone, you only work. So all the time that you spend on your phone is productive. See, that's not bad. I'm talking about the bad stuff. Like you spend a bunch of time on video games and scrolling on social media. So once you've downloaded that screen time widget, what I want you to do is get the total time you spent for that day minus the time that you spent positively, and then look at the amount of time you spent negatively during that day. Here's some of the side effects of having a phone addiction. So what I want you to do for the next 60 seconds is I want you to pause this video, put your phone down, turn off your TV or whatever, and then don't look at your screens. Sit for 60 seconds with no screens. You might be like, yeah, okay, that's pretty easy, Liam. Okay, now what about 5 minutes, 10 minutes? What about a whole day? You will most likely be struggling after the minute because you're so addicted to it, you can't spend time away from the screen. Because sitting in silence is not overstimulating. Here's some side effects. You spending a lot of time on your phone does impact your sleeping, so you would get worse sleep. You can look up studies, but if you use a screen an hour before bed, it's harder to get to sleep because your brain is thinking it's daytime because of the blue light. It can also affect your memory and your ability to think clearly. It reduces your cognitive and learning skills. Because most people spend their time online, they are lonely and they get addicted to these OnlyFans chicks, which is not good. If you saw my last video, you know my opinion on them. And also, when you're on your phone, your posture is more like looking down. It's not a good posture. Here's how you actually get over your phone addiction. Number one, don't pick up your phone instantly once you wake up. Preferably, you want to go on your phone after an hour. So this helps a little bit with your phone addiction, but this is what really helped me get over my phone addiction. First off, here's what I did. I had a bunch of games on my phone and I deleted them all. Only game you would call it kind of a game is chess, which I don't play that much. I rarely ever play that anyway. I also deleted all the social media off my phone except YouTube Studio, which isn't really a social media. It's just basically to see the analytics of your YouTube videos. See, deleting the social media was absolutely crucial for me. I haven't had TikTok for either the start of 2023, I think it was the start that I deleted it. But this was so crucial, especially with TikTok, deleting TikTok and all the other Instagram and stuff like that. When I deleted it a couple weeks after, I'm like, oh, I gotta send this funny meme to this person. I thought of this meme. That's a funny meme. That's a funny video. I want to send it to this person. I want to watch this again. It's just your brain wanting you to go back to the social media because you're addicted to it. So whenever you see that come up or a reason that you should go back into your social media, you got to think, no, I'm not downloading that again. If it's something like you talk to your friends on social media, just say, yeah, here's my phone number. If you need to talk to me on this because I'm deleting all social media, just so that people know and you still have a way to contact them. Here's another point. I've got a do not disturb focus where it pretty much gets rid of all the notifications except certain people's text messages. messages and like Gmail and stuff like that, the messages that I actually need. And I have this on pretty much 24/7 on my phone, so it's always on, so I get less distracted and there's less notifications. And I also have this other one which automatically turns on when I'm sleeping, where I don't get any notifications. I'm not 100% sure about this, but I think there is a way to make your notifications silent, so you still get them, but there's no vibration or ringing. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I think there is a way to do that. You need to go into your settings. I'm not sure about Android, but go into your settings and go into your notification settings and turn everything off that you don't need. You can keep stuff like Gmail, messages, stuff like that, but turn everything else off. Like, why would you need to know that your base is getting raided in Clash of Clans? It's just a distraction. You don't need to know that. This is for some extreme cases. I don't recommend it for someone who's just trying to get rid of it the first time. If you keep on relapsing multiple times and you think you really need this, then do it, but it's a bit over the top and a bit extreme, so most cases you wouldn't need this. So you can download some parental apps on your phone. I'm not sure about any of them, and what you do is you get your friend to create an account where they've only got the login details, not you. You either set a time limit or you make it that you can't go into these apps or download these apps. So that's for an extreme case, but here's also another extreme case for people that are addicted as well, but not as extreme as that. So you go into settings and you can turn on this thing called grayscale, where it pretty much puts your phone into black and white, so you don't have any other colors. So your whole entire phone is black and white. So you're less likely to get distracted by the colors of the apps and then click on the apps. So it's less likely to get your attention and you're less likely to get distracted. So with your phone, you probably don't even use all your apps. See me, I need to actually go through and delete a bunch of them because I've got multiple pages of stuff that I don't even use. Sure, they're productive apps, but I never go around and use them until a couple days ago when I was planning out the stuff for this video. I just realized that I had them. So delete all the apps that you are not using and that are unnecessary. You are less likely to get distracted. So keep the stuff that you need, like let's say Gmail, your banking app, Spotify, if Spotify's fine. Stuff like that where it's productive stuff and stuff you use all the time. Get rid of the other stuff and you're less likely to get distracted. See me, I only use like 5 or 10% of the apps I actually have, so I need to go through and clear out a lot of stuff. Also, another tip with the apps, organize your apps so the stuff that you use most of the time is on one page, and if this obviously overflows the apps, you keep on putting them in the next page. So then you're less likely to click on that other stuff because you're scrolling for the app that you always use and you go on past like 3 pages of stuff and you go, I should click on this. So put it all into one page preferably. You can put it into folders, sorting it out, like let's say you got your financial stuff in one folder, you got other stuff in other folders. So it's all organized and you're less likely to waste your time scrolling through and also less likely to click on other stuff we weren't looking for in the first place. When you're going through and deleting your apps, you'll be like, oh, I don't really want to delete this app because I feel like I want to play this game again. I feel like I'll use it again. See, I went through and deleted a lot of my apps on my phone a couple years ago and I can't really tell you any of them. And I was thinking about, oh yes, but I'll need this app all the time. I'll need this app all the time. I can't even remember them. You'll forget about the app and then maybe one day you might be like, oh yeah, that app. I forgot about that app. So you're overthinking it. You won't remember the app and you'll most likely forget about it. Here's another crucial bit for your phone addiction. Fill up your free time with productive stuff. So you could go to the gym, you could go for a walk. Because most of the time that you are on your phone, it's your free time and you're on your couch and like, well, what am I doing? I'm a bit bored. I'm going to go scroll on social media. I'm going to go play this game on my phone. If you fill up that time with productive stuff, number one, you're going to be better in the long term. Number two, you got no more time to play on your phone and do negative stuff. So in the end, you'll be better off. See, most people don't really do this, but if you do this, I wouldn't recommend it. Do not have a streak of the days you spent productive on your phone or you haven't done anything negative with your phone because you're just making it overly important. So if you set a goal of going to 90 days streak of not doing negative stuff in your phone, well, when that day 90 hits, you don't really have that goal and you're more likely to relapse. So don't count your streaks. Don't set a goal of the amount of days you want to hit without doing anything negative on your phone. Just quit now and then don't really think about it. Don't put too much importance on this goal and be so much easier in the long term and you're less likely to relapse. Short-term pain for a long-term gain.